basically I bug it up. I bug it up big time. I should have been keeping a way better track on it, and I'm going to in the future, but that was the kick in the arse that I needed because I have been rattled.
Josh thinks we have diesel bug.
I think we have diesel bug.
I'm thinking if that gnarly passage we had a couple of days ago kind of sludged it all up. This is the aftermath. So all our books went flying. Pretty much the general consensus is, babe, that we have to completely clean out the tanks. Someone's saying you can hoover it or get it professionally done. And then when we're adding the fuel back in, we need to have an additive in it to keep it at bay because it's really, really hard to keep on top of. Marine 6 seems to be a common recommendation. The problem isn't just dirty fuel, it's biodiesel. It's easier for bugs to thrive in. Maybe we've had it for a while, maybe sitting in the trawler harbour or...
Well, it's apparently comes from water or moisture in the diesel, and it's especially in hot and humid environments.
Yeah, but the diesel tank wasn't full when we were in Ballina.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
It might have got condensation and water's gone into it, and then there's bug in it because it's, as you'll be able to see in the video, it's brown as anything.
It's not actually diesel bug. It was our water separator was filled with dirty water.
Oh no!
The diesel's fine, but I...
Oh my god! If we have the fuel doctor, then this shouldn't be happening.
No, I haven't been using it.
Oh. Do you want to syringe it out? Because you're not going to be able to get that container out. Oh my god, okay, so it's not the diesel. You're right, baby. Because when you said, like, because it has to be really hot,
It has to be
contaminate, like, because yeah, it has to be hot and humid conditions for the bug to grow and develop. But it's been winter, it's been freezing. Like when we were in Ballina, it was cold, so I don't understand. Why is there so much dirty water in there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I've been having this feeling of just guilt or dread about something to do with the motor, and I've been feeling it and thinking, and that's why I just checked I've been just going over the boat after that last passage because Darren said after a heavy passage, check all the rigging, check everything, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, and
thanks, Dazza.
that's maintenance that should have been done a long time ago because the amount of water in there is quite bad. But
So you want to go to Whitworth's and get another replacement of those?
yes, we do have one, but the thing is, if considering now that we may potentially have an issue, we want to have two more on hand.
I was just thinking about crossing the Lullabar Bar and the
Having the
motor
engine
failing.
fail, yeah.
I was thinking about crossing Wide Bay Bar and the motor failing.
Yeah, two of the most gnarliest bars. We're crossing one on the way out and crossing one on the way in.
All of those things are potentially life-threatening, boat compromising issues because if you lose your motor and there's no wind, you're pushing current and you're on sandbanks, so you're bad news. One thing that's important to note on our boat is that we use a day tank that is gravity feeding our motor. If you have a fuel pump that sits in a tank, you don't have to worry so much about that. But because we're gravity feeding, we have to isolate the outlet on the day tank. Now that we've isolated the tap, we need to drain all the diesel out of the separator and out of the line that's feeding from the bottom of the day tank. Can't combust water like you can diesel, and it would completely destroy the motor if it did make its way in there. perfect timing. So
Wow.
that's where the split pin should have gone through, and the stainless bolt has just completely snapped off. So I've just run to Whitworth, come back, and I thought I'd give my friend Tony Lee a call just for a little chat. He gave me a stern talking to and said make sure you replace the other fuel filter that's integral to the Yanmar sort of YM30 motor itself, which is like a little spin-on filter. And he said then also drain at least a litre of fuel from the
Holding tank.
from both holding tanks. So from the day tank, get the first litre that comes out and see what that looks like. And then if it's all good, that's fine. And then take at least 500 to a litre from the holding tank, because one of those tanks may have water in it, and if you run it back through the new filters, you're just going to bugger it.
True.
So he said you got to find where it is, where it's coming from, and he said if you pull that fuel out and there's water in the diesel, then I'd seriously consider not going tomorrow.
Wow.
So
Nice one, Tony.
good bloody work, Tony. Thanks, man.
We're feeling pretty stoked right now.
I am so stoked. I can't believe that we found it and we fixed it. I honestly, like, from the passage up to Byron, when I just felt like something was not right with the main sheet, inspected, found that pin broken. I've been having this feeling about the motor, and then to have all that happen today, we've just run it through its paces after fixing everything up, and she runs like a dream. So you know how every now and then that motor didn't sound quite right?
And we said it to each other. We were like, this sounds weird or it feels weird.
I reckon the water made it through the water separator up to the Yanmar inbuilt filter, which we saw that it had a little bit in there, and occasionally maybe a tiny little bit was getting through the motor and making it run really rough. We were very, very close to either blowing our motor up or coming to a halt in the ocean. And with our next passage being across 2 bars, that couldn't have come sooner. So, yeah.
And we did say to each other that we need to keep up with a maintenance schedule on Inner Bloom. It's really easy for other things to get in the way, especially when we're doing video creation and editing and all the other things that we got to do. But Inner Bloom comes first. But it's crazy, like, being able to feel when something's wrong. It's almost like the byproduct of living and breathing in a vessel like this.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, this is
Connected.
what happens. Yeah,
You're
you know,
fully connected
she's
to
the third member of this relationship, pretty much.
No, what? Sonia?
Oh yeah, 4.
Sorry, babe.
There's way too many people in this relationship.
Phoebe's cooking a beautiful dinner.
Oh, speaking of.
How much rice did you cook?
A cup?
Like a steel cup?
Yeah.
A full one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. It is 4:45. We've been up since 3:30. We've crossed the Mooloolaba Bar probably 15 minutes ago. No swell, flat as a tack. We're stoked. It was right on high or just after high. And we're currently cruising at 2.5 knots on the autopilot, but we're stoked. We're just happy that the autopilot's working.
It's working! This is the happiest 2.5 knots I've ever done in my life! Wandering quite a bit, but it's still alright. I mean, we'll fine tune it once the sun comes up, but I'm just happy to be cruising with it at the moment, because if you're out of the helm, you're right of the wind because it's coming from the northwest and we're going northeast.
Yeah.
So it's on the bow. We're close reached. We've still got a double reef in the main from our last passage. What do you reckon, Phoebe? Should we shake it out?
I think we're going to shake it out because we're going 3 knots.
Have something to admit.
Oh, have you told him yet?
This is
the
first episode of Inner Bloom's Admissions.
Speak your truth.
As you know, when we were back in Ballina, we put a roller furler on the boat.
You look so funny. You look like a baby. You look like a thumb. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I could never say anything serious. You always got some comment about my appearance.
Okay,
no one's thinking it but you.
Okay, go on.
Anyway, as we were back on Ballina, we installed an autopilot and a roller furler, among a few other things, the gimbal oven, yada yada. When I was measuring up our jib measurements for the new furling jib that has to go in the track, Phoebe and I actually had a bit of a fight right before I started measuring up. So I did it with a hot head all by myself. And I really blew it. I really blew it. I was looking at the measurements, and you have to take measurement. As I was taking these measurements, I had the measurement going from the head of the mast back to the track that the car runs along for our turning block on the jib. As I took the measurement from the masthead to the track, saw that it was running around the shrouds, and I thought, oh, it's going to need to be the most direct measurement. So I went to all the effort to tape the measuring tape onto, you know, those balls that have like a sock on the end and you swing it round at school and throw it to one of them, and I threw it through the shrouds. It took me about probably 15 to 20 minutes to get it through there so I could get the most direct measurement, because I thought it needed to be the most direct measurement. And as soon as I got the sail, put it up, I realized that I had seriously buggered up those measurements, because it ended up being 100 mil shorter. As you can imagine, taking the most direct route through the shrouds is not the route that the sail will take. It needs to go around the shrouds. So leach edge is a little bit shorter than it should be. Anyway, that's my admission. Do you have anything to admit?
No, maybe that I could have put the conflict aside for a wee moment to help you out, because I think maybe if I was there as well, we would have had two minds there.
Yeah.
And I probably would have been
Phoebe
like, hold on,
picked it
where
up.
are you going?
Yeah, we had a stupid fight over
What are we fighting about?
I don't know, it's your fault though.
Probably.
Just kidding.
You could do no wrong. You're just a little boy. You're just a little thumb in a blanket.
Sweet. So what we were struggling with before was that the leach edge of the sail was going so tight, and there was still a huge belly in the luff. In the foot of the sail. So now what we've done is pulled the car back onto a track that we've never even used before. It's the furthest aft, and that's given a really pretty good line along the foot, and the leach edge isn't over tightened, so it's trimmed much better. That was just something that we've never had to do before, because our hanked on jib worked a treat. Pretty much, it was such a great cruising sail. You didn't even have to move the car at all. Upwind,
we
downwind.
probably should have, but good sailors are probably like, no, that's what you...
Anyway, alas, allowing us to improve.
Yeah. Well, let's get this light out of our eyes.
You look so beautiful there. Let me just see your eyes. That's perfect.
Oh, my body's so stiff. Oh. It's freezing. I got it. Have you got it? Yes, babe. What is that?
Mackie.
Oh my god! We got food! Yes! Oh!
You got that hook out?
Yeah.
There's a tube out.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, first of the season! Okay. Phoebe and I have just put 9 turns on the headsail because it's gusting probably up to 30 knots at the moment. Sort of maintain 20 knots. We've got a double reef in the main, and before the boat was just acting like an absolute dog. Like, I was trying to get in a bit closer so we could reef down, and just like with all that sail up, sailing at like 3 or 4 knots and just so gross. As soon as we trimmed and furled and got a bit better set up, now we're averaging over 6. Oh, wow. And it's way more comfortable. So just the ease of reefing on a furler is incredible, but for some reason I'm still just not used to it yet. So anyway, we'll get better at that. Still not even very good at furling the headsail up when we're reefing too. Need to just get used to going downwind and letting the lines out. At the moment, we're kind of just doing all the wrong things, but anyway, need to watch a video on how to do it actually.
Average 28.9 or gusting?
The strongest wind speed we got is 29 knots.
I've actually never seen such developed wind swell like this before.
Because we haven't been out in 30 knots.
Yeah, it's insane. The GoPro doesn't really do it justice.
We've gone around Double Island Point. It's pretty much a beat now to get to the Wide Bay Bar, outer beacon, and then head in to the Wide Bay Bar. We've put the main back up. We've got half of the jib furled out, double reef in the main. This westerly has kicked up quite a stinky little chop off the land, and we've got a bit of a southeast swell, so they're opposing. It's lumpy, it's bumpy, it's wild, but it's fun. Inner Bloom was struggling at the beginning, but now that we seem to have gotten a little bit further off that cape and closer to the Wide Bay Bar and that sort of landmass, the westerly chop is much less. And when she gets up and goes, she's going 5 to 6 knots. Oh no, 5, averaging 5, which is comfy and it's good. I'm standing up on the seat and sticking my head up above the dodger so I can see the westerly sets when they come, and then just bearing a little bit away so we get them more abeam rather than bearing our nose in them and sort of slowing down. But yeah, it's an energetic little last leg of this passage, that's for sure.
We're just about to cross the Wide Bay Bar and we're trying to find these markers, but we can't see any of them. Oh shit. Helm? Yeah, I got it. Oh my god. Just
Very close eye on that navionics.
I will, yeah.
Grab it! Go!